Welcome to the podcast. This is Enzo Mucci, and it's pretty much obviously going to be me, isn't it? Because it's my podcast. There's never anybody else. Anyway, stop jibber jabbering. Today, I want to talk about something which I can call destiny coaching, I suppose. Where, you know what destiny is. That's pretty much the way your life is going to end up. Whether you're in control of it or not, on this podcast, we like to believe we can at least influence it. In fact, we can massively influence our destiny and which direction we're going through in life. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And what I'm noticing, and I think you have yourself as well, because it's every single person does this, is you have a goal in mind. It could be this sports career, this win the championship, this business that you want to create or revolutionize or turn around or flip. Whatever you have in mind that you want to achieve, you've got it there. However, we act on a daily basis in a way that doesn't allow that goal to become our reality. This is the interesting thing I want to speak about. Because as a coach, or a performance coach, you're constantly telling people or showing people the personal performance techniques that helps them get their goals. That's pretty much it all in one, right? So you teach them how to overcome their past, to perform better, to take control of their emotions, so they can make better decisions and act in a certain way that's congruent with their goals. But when you see people doing this, they have these things in mind, but they act in a certain way that makes that goal impossible. It drives you crazy. And I want you to just notice if you're doing that in your life right now. Are you living day to day in a way that's pretty much not going to allow you to achieve what you have in mind? If so, something needs to change, because the small decisions and the small actions that you take on a daily basis all add up. They are building blocks to your future, as you know, as I always say. But the more time I say this, the more I can see people not doing it. They go, yeah, Enz, that's great. Yeah, I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to work really hard tomorrow. Then they wake up tomorrow and they don't actually work hard. They just do what they've been doing for the last 10, 15 years, getting the same crappy results that they're not happy with. I want you to start to take control of this. I want to help you start taking control of this if this is an issue with you. I want you to become the person you need to be in order to get that goal. So you're not chasing a goal anymore. Instead, you are acting in a certain way that attracts that goal, that end goal to you. This is a much better way of being. And I want to ask you now, with this big thing that you've got in mind that you want to achieve in life, who in this entire world, past or present, could achieve it for you? If somebody was in your place, name a person now. It could be a celebrity, someone who's achieved that kind of thing in the past. Who would be able to achieve the goal that you've got in mind? Is it an Elon Musk? Is it a Richard Branson? Is it a Serena Williams? Who would it be? Because as soon as you know that person, not only can you mimic that person on a daily basis to raise your own game and say, what would that person do in this situation? Because that's brilliant. That's like identity coaching. That's becoming that person just for a moment and acting as they would. Checking in to say, how would they react to this? Checking in to say, how would they deal with this opponent that's right in front of me now, whether opponent is a person or a situation. Take that on. So that's one thing. But also, I want you to notice the qualities of that person. The qualities of your mentor that you've got in mind, and this person who would be able to do what you want to do so bad. And just note down, what is it they do that is so damn good? And if I could just copy that, if I could just take some of those qualities and have them within my personality, what would those qualities be? And it's probably only 2 or 3. And if it is even 1, start to train yourself to have those same qualities. I don't want you to copy anyone. I don't want you to just go around trying to be a different person who's someone you admire and being a crazy fan. I just want you to notice through past success of other people what has worked and how you can mimic those parts, those important elements, ingredients, attributes that person had. That is really identity coaching, isn't it? That's when you take on an identity. That's when you take parts of someone else's identity and make sure that you live by those rules. Live by the way they are. React like they would. Become them now and then if you need to. Just do some role play in real time. Because really, the goal is nothing but an end result. If you do what you need to do now, if you do what you need to do tomorrow, if you do what needs to be done and how to perform the next day, and you continue that, then that goal that you've got in mind will be your reality. Or you're at least increasing your chances, because you probably can't get it because things will happen. But still, you need to become the person that deserves the goal that you're shooting for. That, in essence, is what we're saying here. I do not want you to be a dream boy or a dream girl. I do not want you to go through life saying, oh, I wish I could do this, I want to do this, and then you don't really go for it. If you've got the balls to stand up and say you want a certain goal, then you've got to have the balls to walk the line, to become the kind of person that deserves that goal, and to show it every single day. Not to anybody else, but to yourself. You wake up when you need to. You take the actions when you need to. You do the scary stuff that absolutely causes you to brick yourself right now. You do that on a daily basis in order to get ahead, in order to make sure that you show up in a way that delivers that goal to you. So what I'm trying to say here is, don't just dream. Instead, become the kind of person that could pull this off. Make sure you maintain that mindset every day. If you say something, you do it. Don't put it off. Don't be a procrastinator. Do not let fear make you create excuses for something why you can't do it. Instead, step up. Have in mind the person that you admire that's achieved it already or achieved something similar already. Take on their main attributes, their main qualities, and train them within yourself now. And if you do this bit by bit, you will slowly become that person, but you actually a better version, because you'll be in there as well. You'll create the person that you need to be in order to get that goal. Please do this. Just take the time to write down the main things that are holding you back and the main things that actually you need to overcome. Then look to a mentor. What qualities have they got? How could I pretend to be that person in the next meeting that I go to? What would they do? Start to take yourself out of your own head. See it through other people's eyes. Act and react that way. Role play, like I say. Walk life this way, and you'll start to find your own way of doing things. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you're going for a goal and you know you've only got this one chance in life to go for it, you know you got to do it. You can't deny that. Do not allow your goals to die like most people do. Step up to the plate, become the kind of person who could do this, and just go for it.